What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking another look at the Kvegas Total Orange. This is the World Killer batch. Before we get into these, I want to remind you that this video and all the other content on my channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're new to the channel, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe for me while you're here. Really appreciate that. It really helps the channel go further, faster, and get you more reviews. You can then be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at kvegaskickz. Guys, I appreciate your support. Let's jump in here. So if you follow my channel and keep up with it, thank you so much and welcome back. I've been fortunate enough to review really every quality version of this shoe. This is now the World Killer batch, one that I was excited to get my hands on because it looks really good. I'm very impressed, especially for a World Killer. Let me show you where I got this pair from, guys. Instagram seller, one of my favorites. I'll have all that in the description. Be sure to mention Kvegas and I know she'll take care of you. Let's jump in. So of course you got your Kvegas outsole and that translucent look. Traction feels good. The rubber compound in this World Killer feels a little bit stiffer, not in a bad way, just not like when you rub your hands or your thumb across this right here, it doesn't move quite as much, if that makes sense. You got your orange Shizuku with the real carbon fiber. All that looks good. Now, one thing interesting about these shoes, the World Killer, this particular one at least, did not squeak on the court. I tried multiple times. I don't know if it just needs to break in longer, but it did not squeak on the court. Now, you know, there's that, but that did not mean it does not have good traction. I've mentioned this before, guys, just because it does or does not squeak, that's just an audible thing. That does not mean a shoe does or doesn't have good traction. Traction on these were just fine. No real differences that I noticed between these and any other batches of the Kvegas Total Orange. So take that for what it's worth. And again, they might start as they break in. There might be some kind of film that needs to wear off. I don't know, but just initially they did not. The midsole, that Cushlon, is in your bright orange with a little like almost peach back here, the Nike Zoom. This area is matted out. You can see I've already got some compression there from where I've worn them. It wasn't like that out of the box. Your Phenomenon, if I can get it to focus, kind of harder to see on here, but it is there. Always a little bit harder on the translucent looks. Going around to the medial side, this pair is pretty clean as far as glue residue, which I like to see that, a clean glue job. And I will say that the World Killer, even though it's known as kind of a budget batch, tends to be one of the more durable ones. You know, most of the time when I see people talking about sole separation, it's not the World Killer, so they definitely have that going for that. Now, fit and comfort of the World Killer batch, I always find, I still go with a men's 13, which I think that's where the World Killer stops actually, so you can't go to a 14 anyway, but at any rate, it fits me comfortably snug is how I want to say it. If I had a size 13 in a you know, God Killer or GX, S2, etc., I'd have slightly more room. These aren't so snug that I wish I could go up a size or anything like that, but it's a comfortably snug one-to-one fit. That's how I want to say it. Now the comfort, as far as cushioning, the World Killer definitely sets itself apart because not only you're going to get the Zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, just like the other ones, you also get a Zoom unit in the heel. I actually have a broken down piece right here from a World Killer Kvegas reverse Grinch, and you can see you got that Zoom turbo and Zoom in the heel, both of course top loaded, very highly pressurized. So if you like the double Zoom setup, then the World Killer is the way to go. The S2, GX, GK, all those are going to stick to the Pro setup. So you're not going to get that Zoom in the heel. So if you like the Zoom in the heel, this is a great option for you. Now the upper of the shoe, you've got the polyurethane scales with that kind of pearlescent finish. Looks really nice over top of the micro mesh. I think the World Killer batch here did an excellent job with the scale lining. The height there is appropriate, not too high or low. Toe box always slightly bulky. Again, for a World Killer, that's pretty standard. The upper feels nice and pliable without feeling cheap, like it's not too stiff. And one of the things that I really like on this pair, and it may not be showing up as well in camera as it does in person, I think the gradient fade looks really good on this one. It's not too dark. Something with my God Killer, I even noticed that it was almost, and I guess I need to look more at the retail, but just looked a little bit dark, like the darker fade came down too far maybe. I don't know, but I just feel like for whatever reason on this pair, this might be the best looking one as far as that gradient fade that I have reviewed. You do of course have your orange laces over top of your torch tongue. You got your silver Shizuoku pressed in nicely, and pretty good shape on the tongue as well. That's something that I'm impressed with for a World Killer, getting a little spiral there. That's probably, outside of the God Killer, it's probably the best shape of the tongue that I've reviewed. I know the S2 is always a little bit wider, and if I remember correctly, I need to go get my GX out, but I think it was as well. You can see the correct insole down in there, of course. I did remove it from the other shoe, so we'll see it up close in a moment. Got that metallic silver swoosh, looking good. And then of course your synthetic leather back here on the heel counter, or underneath the heel counter, excuse me. And the heel counter is clear, translucent, with that silver signature. And the shape, I think, looks better even for a World Killer. A lot of times a World Killer, it looks kind of wider through here and then more tapered. This still does have that look, but maybe not quite as pronounced as a normal Kvegas World Killer. I don't know. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I like the look of that. Medial side, of course, just a mirror image of the lateral. No real differences. Again, I think the gradient fade may be the best of all the batches. Looks really nice. Let's bring in the left one and check it out real quick. Looking good. Good height on the tongue. Yeah, let's check them out from the rear. All right. Maybe it could slightly be improved on this one. Again, that's one of the things that's going to be really hard to notice on foot. You know, we're pretty nitpicky when we have these things up on the table, the camera angle right here on them. You got to remember, that's not how people are going to be seeing your shoe. So unless it's some kind of glaring flaw, these are going to look amazing on foot. Take a look at that Nike Zoom. And again, really clean paint job, or glue job on this one. Sorry, I said paint, I meant glue. Not seeing those extra white lines, even around this area. A lot of times, even with your better batches, you'll see some extra glue right in this area, and that's pretty clean, guys. So again, for a World Killer batch, I'm impressed. Sorry, I got some dust on them, obviously, because I've already had them on court. Didn't come like that out of the box, but you know, I got to do that kind of stuff, let you guys know how they feel. And Shizuoku looks good. And let's see if we can see our zoom units in the strobel. Get the laces out of the way. Yeah, you can clearly see the outline of that top-loaded zoom turbo unit. Or the zoom unit is right there, and then same thing with the zoom turbo. You can see that line right through there. That's where that one starts. And there's your size tag. All right, now these just came with regular tissue paper inside, which is, you know, standard for a Kobe. And then our insole is the correct mold to your foot, that bright orange with the silver Shizuoku. Again, I've already had these on foot with some black socks, so that's why it looks like that. It would not have correct size men's 13. Never had an issue with World Killers, you know, not breaking in and those insoles not molding to your foot or anything like that. So that's all good. Let's set them aside and take a look at the packaging. It is the updated 3rd gen Protro box. So you get that glossy scale pattern with the gold foil signature. That looks going to continue all the way around the box. Branding on the bottom in black. A little window, another Shizuoku, and your box label. Kvegas Protro Total Orange and Metallic Silver, men's 13. Inside you got the black, the new tissue paper, white tissue paper underneath that. No stickers or anything inside the box. The box for the World Killer is a little bit smaller than other boxes. It is the correct box, just smaller, and that's standard for World Killer, whether it be Kobe 5s, 6, or 4, it doesn't really matter. They're always a little bit smaller for whatever reason. But the shoes, again, look really good. Also, of course, being a World Killer, had this little Max hang tag right there, which of course I removed. That's one thing you can check for in your QCs to make sure that you are getting this batch. None of the other batches, the GX, GK, or S2 would come with that hang tag. So again, guys, really impressed with this pair. I think the gradient fade is just perfect, and they looked great and felt great on foot. So anyway, that is my unboxing review of this Kvegas Total Orange in the World Killer batch. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think about this pair in the comments. Be sure to follow me on my other socials, and be on the lookout, guys. We got a lot more of these reviews coming your way.